Good evening and welcome to this edition of the Newsleader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Amelia Marquez. In tonight's news, the Tullahoma Utility Authority is celebrating Drinking Water Week next week. 18-year-old citizens will now be able to serve in public offices in Tullahoma after a vote of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen Monday night. And we'll bring you more from the annual Special Olympics event that was held last week at Wilkins Stadium. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
Buying a vehicle can be hard. It's even harder if you have poor credit health. But let the team here with Dr. Credit at Russell Barnett Kia help you. With our guaranteed credit approval process, we can help you find your next vehicle. But don't just take that from me. Here's a few of our customers and what they had to say.
They said they could approve us, and then the next thing was how much monthly. I thought it was going to be way too much. And sure enough, he did it what we asked for, what we needed it to be. He did it within. He will help you out.
Schedule your appointment with Dr. Credit at Russell Barnett Kia so you can drive away happy.
Pop music in the late 70s gave us some unforgettable memories, and you can relive them all on Saturday, May 20th at Fraser McEwen Park in Tullahoma. Come see Live from Ventura Boulevard perform a free concert at 6 p.m. Also appearing special guest, the Rock Creek Bluegrass Band. Brought to you by Tullahoma Parks and Rec, Cherokee Distributing Company, and Old Shed Brewing Company. Be there Saturday, May 20th for Live from Ventura Boulevard with some sweet 70s sounds.
Welcome back. Next week is Drinking Water Week in Tullahoma. Mayor Lane Carlee recently made the official proclamation.
Whereas water is our most valuable natural resource, and whereas only tap water delivers public health protection, fire protection, support for our economy and the quality of life we enjoy, and whereas any measure of a successful society, low mortality rates, economic growth and diversity, productivity, and public safety are in some way related to access to safe water. And whereas we are all stewards of the water infrastructure upon which future generations depend. And whereas each citizen of our city is called upon to help protect our source waters from pollution, to practice water conservation, and to get involved in local water issues by getting to know their water. And now therefore be it resolved by the virtue of the authority vested in me as Mayor of the City of Tullahoma, I, Lane Carlee, do hereby proclaim May 7 through 13, 2017 as Drinking Water Week in Tullahoma. In addition, Tuesday, May 9th, 2017 will be Tullahoma Utilities Authority Drinking Water Week Celebration Day from 3 to 5:30 on the TUA grounds. I bet you want to talk about that for a minute.
Well, we just want to invite everyone, as we do every year, to come out on Tuesday, May 9th for free food, games, and possibly a chance to win some money with our prize wheel.
Very nice.
And Randall Breaker from DRUC will be there as well, showing a model of the filtration system.
Good.
Yep.
Excellent. So we'll present this to you and appreciate you bringing this to our attention.
Thank you.
Leo Garrison was named this month's honorary alderman. Vice Mayor Jerry Mathis made the week announcement at last week's board meeting.
Mr. Mathis, we have someone new around the table this afternoon. Can you introduce our honorary alderman, please?
I'd be glad to. We have today Mr. Leo Garrison. Leo is a senior at Tullahoma High School. He has received the 2017 Bonner Scholarship recipient at Carson Newman University. He is involved in football, track, soccer, and has been involved in wrestling before. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
All right. He is a very personable young man. He's one of those that first time I really got to talk to him was this time when we brought him up here as honorary alderman, but it didn't take me but a second to realize what type of young man he really is. Got a good smile on his face all the time and a great handshake, and that means a lot wherever you go. We're glad to have you, and I wish the best for you.
Thank you. Okay. Very nice. Mr. Garrison, anything you'd like to add to that?
No, sir.
Anyone in the audience you'd like to recognize?
I'd like to recognize my mom, Kara Braxter. She's done a lot for me. She's actually helped me. Without her, I don't think I'd be sitting here right now. So thank you, Mom.
That's very, very nice. In fact, I must tell you that we were on the radio station about 30 minutes or so ago, and he was listing all the things that he was involved with, and the announcer was surprised, as was I, with all the activities. And she said, how in the world do you keep up with all that? And he gave Mom attribution. I thought that was very nice. Yeah, very nice. So if you stand at your podium there, or at your desk there, and I have a certificate recognizing you as an honorary alderman tonight.
The Tullahoma Board of Mayor and Aldermen approved a change to the city charter Monday night, which lowers the age requirement for individuals seeking to serve in public office in the city from 21 to 18. Tullahoma High School senior Michael Celebretti, who plans to run for city alderman, had requested the change. Let's watch a portion of his comments to the city board during its April 10th meeting.
My name is Michael Celebretti, 200 Blantonwood Drive, Tullahoma, Tennessee. I stand before you today, a young man eager to embark on candidacy to become an alderman of our fine city. As a resident of this city since first grade, I've experienced all the benefits of living in Tullahoma. I'm here to ask you to vote to lower the age of candidacy for alderman to 18 years old so that I may give my time and talents to serve the community that has given me so much. In addition to that, as a young adult, I can readily entice other young adults to become involved in this world-class community. Edwin Lewis Cole wrote, "Maturity comes not with age, but with the acceptance of responsibility. You are only young once, but immaturity can last a lifetime. Rather than judging me by my age, which is 18, I ask that you judge me as a viable candidate by my maturity, my dedication to the town that I love, and my drive to make it a better place for future generations. What education a person has, and I've had the finest provided by Tullahoma's teachers, what integrity an individual demonstrates, what long-range goals a person is striving for, and what drive, what dedication, and what willingness to work diligently are the measures of one's maturity. Age is just a number and irrelevant in the face of qualifying characteristics. Maturity doesn't magically happen at the age of 21, and some people never mature. As Edwin Lewis Cole said, immaturity can last a lifetime. To demonstrate my maturity and readiness for the position of alderman, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm the president of the senior class at Tullahoma High School, the youth mayor for Mayor's Youth Council, and the National Honor Society president for our high school chapter. Long-term employment is another measure of maturity. I worked at the movie theater for 2 years, holding a senior cast member leadership role. I've also worked at Christopher Equipment for a year, followed by a brief stint at the Parks and Recreation Department for 2 years. However, I resigned to run for alderman, my top priority. And I'm currently employed at Dunham's. Tullahoma envisions a world-class community where families want to remain, return, or relocate here, and that can't happen without growth. One of my goals is to entice businesses of all types, from small businesses to large corporations, into making Tullahoma their home. Now, I will be honest with you, I'm not sure how to do that or the process for it, but I'm willing to hop into the traces and pool with my team of aldermen to make that vision happen. As I understand it, newly elected aldermen sit on the Planning Commission, which will give me an excellent opportunity to learn and put into action what I've learned. Another objective of mine is to encourage people from Tullahoma, who are spread far and wide, to return to a place of more greenways, our amazing parks, new bike paths, and the vibrant community centers, and an active fine arts program in the shape of a vital playhouse and exemplary fine arts center. I want those people to come home to a place conducive to raising families. Tullahoma is my home. I want to make it the best place in the world for all who live here. Help me realize my goals and dreams. Vote to lower the age of aldermen to 18 years of age, so that myself, along with the youth of Tullahoma, may be honored with the charge of serving our community. Thank you.
We'll have more on this story in our next segment. We'll be back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
He said, well, I got you approved for it. All you got to do is go drive it and tell me you want it. We can do the papers today. And I walked out of here with pretty much a brand new vehicle.
I would recommend Dr. Credit to anybody. If you don't think that you can get a car, come see these guys. They are amazing and they can find you what you're looking for. If they could do it with me, they can definitely work a miracle for you.
I would recommend them to anybody and everybody.
Schedule your appointment with Dr. Credit at Russell Barnett Kia so you can drive away happy.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do,
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. The process of lowering this age limit to serve in public office in Tullahoma has played out over several weeks. Let's listen to comments from Greg English, Dean of Men at Tullahoma High School.
I'm Greg English. I live at 101 Davonshire Place, Tullahoma, Tennessee. I've been asked to address the board tonight in regards to student, or rather youth, leadership and my experiences with that. Asked by Mr. Michael Celebrity to come speak on his behalf, or rather on behalf of the motion in front of us, or the movement in front of us to allow an 18-year-old to run for alderman. So I bring a few different viewpoints to you tonight. As a band director, I have firsthand seen the impact of youth leadership time and time again. In our program, we gave students real jobs, real responsibilities that had real consequences if those jobs were not completed. The result of that structure, the result of those responsibilities and the trust to do them was ownership. The students, they really felt like they belonged to the group or community, if you will. They had ownership in that group. They had a sense of pride in that group, and they also had a legacy that was tied to that group. That legacy was something they wanted to see maintained, which gave them a vested interest in those who were coming after them, those who were going to replace them. They wanted to make sure that those individuals were going to be able to do the job. So that's a really powerful effect when you put your youth in charge. It changes their point of view. They become more outward than inward. They're not so much thinking about themselves, they're thinking about the community they belong to and the benefits that they can bring to that community. As an administrator, a school administrator, I've seen the negative effects, the apathy that results when students or youth feel they have no ownership in anything. They lose hope, they lose interest, they stop trying. As a student, I've read research article on research article regarding the positive benefits of ownership, of autonomy, of making all stakeholders feel they have a voice, that they do belong, and that they matter. My point is this. We live in a time when civic engagement doesn't necessarily make it to the top of everybody's list. Present company excluded, many elections come down to the lesser of two evils. We have with us tonight a young adult who desires to serve our community through local politics. I think that's pretty incredible. Knowing what I know about leadership and communities, and knowing what I know about this young man, I see a great opportunity here for our town. I believe that if we care about our legacy, that we need to nurture this level of civic engagement and trust our youth, trust our young adults with its care. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. English.
West Middle School Principal Mickey Sharan also spoke in favor of the charter change.
I'm Michael B. Sharan. I live on 104 George Lane in Tullahoma, Tennessee, and I am also speaking on behalf of Mr. Celebrity and the desire to look at a younger age for being an elected official in Tullahoma. I'm a lifelong educator, and I also agree with Mr. English on the value of student leadership in our community. I have a few viewpoints of my own that I wanted to share with you guys, and just I'm going to do that now. I personally like to think of myself as a disruptor, and I'm not the bad kind of disruptor. I'm not going to cause problems, but I do believe that we do things today that we've done for a long time because that's the way we've always done it. I do believe there's a time and place to look at things differently. And I hope that our city officials and our community looks at it that way. That maybe we shouldn't do things like we have because we've always done those things. The other thing is, are we ever ready? I became an administrator principal at the ripe old age of 29, and I remember thinking, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm sure Dr. Lawson thought the same thing when he put me there, but he had faith. And the beauty of that was I had a strong mentor, actually strong mentors, that guided me in the process. So the value of that was I learned as I went. I learned on the job, and I learned that I could make mistakes, but that I had people in support of me. So, and the last thing that I'd like to bring up is that the age is really relative. Is anybody that's 21 any more ready than somebody who's 18? Or is anybody that's 25 any more ready than somebody who's 18? Or 41 for that matter. The last thing that goes along with this that I'd like to say is that our community, when it gets to this point, I believe our community will be able to know whether or not someone is ready. And if given an opportunity, if an 18-year-old decides to run for office and that person's not ready, then I think our community will decide that. Our community will determine that. And I wouldn't like to see that based on a statute or a law.
Director of Tullahoma City Schools, Dr. Dan Lawson, voiced his support in favor of the initiative.
I know each member of this panel. I know how much each member of this panel prides themselves on serving this city, serving our community, and building a better future. And for that, I give you nothing but great thanks in the highest regard. I'm sure Michael Celeberti flinched just a little bit as he thought about Mick Sharan and Dan Lawson, a couple of old guys, talking about leadership and talking about a consideration of a change of what we do in our community in terms of eligibility to run for office. Let me tell you right now that while I hold Michael in the highest regard, I'd love for you to absolutely remove him from all of this consideration. I'd love for you to think about the policy that will be in place long after Michael is gone, and the policy that has been in place since 1951 or so. And think just a little bit about the rationale for having that policy. And I would only assume that the rationale is that we want folks who are dedicated, who are hardworking, who are intelligent, who are articulate, who are engaged in the community to run for this office. But as we reflect on that, can we really say that any of those attributes have anything to do with age? We as a city are about embracing the exceptional, about finding those folks who have those attributes, who have those special skills and stand out, and we include them, we involve them. Don't think about Michael Celeberti. Think about the exceptional and think about what the exceptional can do to make our city better.
The board, mayor, and aldermen approved the charter change, lowering the minimum age by a vote 6-1. The board's action must now be approved by the Tennessee House and Senate and signed by the governor. The deadline for candidates to submit their qualifying petitions is May the 18th. More Newsleader on 6 is coming up after these messages.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. We have more tonight from last week's Special Olympics. Let's watch this video as the various teams entered Wilkins Stadium for the introductions.
Come with me. So, again, Jimmy Clark and Vernon Holder. In our first school, Coffee County Independent. Coffee County Independent Rock Creek Elementary School. Behind Rock Creek with the yellow banner, Robert E. Lee Elementary School. Following Robert E. Lee Elementary School, Franklin County. Following Franklin County, Moore County. Next, skills development. Next, North Coffee. Number 12 is Unity School. Following Unity School, Bedford Skills Development. West Middle School. Following West Middle School, Clark Memorial. Following Clark Memorial, Lincoln County High School. Next, Westwood Middle School. Shelbyville Central High School. With the purple banner, Community High School. Following Community High School, Community Vikings. Number 21 with us, Cascade. Following Cascade, Smith Middle School. Number 23 is Fayetteville High School. Number 24, Coffee County Middle School. Number 25, Deerfield Elementary. Following Deerfield Elementary, number 26, New Life. And wrapping us up, number 27, Lincoln County Skills.
We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
Keith Barnett here with the Russell Barnett Automotive family. Over 75% of car shoppers today use the internet to search for their new or pre-owned vehicle. That's why the RussellBarnett.com website is so versatile, where you can check it anytime, all the time, online. You can search through our new and pre-owned inventory by make, model, mileage, or price. We can value your trade-in and get you pre-approved for financing before you even walk in the door. So check out RussellBarnett.com, and remember, why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. The pet of the week this week at the Tullahoma Animal Shelter is a Basset Hound mix named Princess. She entered the shelter as a stray and is approximately 2.5 years old. Princess weighs 40 pounds, is up to date on his vaccinations, heartworm negative, and good with other dogs and children. She will receive a free spay provided by the animal shelter. Be sure to check out the shelter on Facebook for information about upcoming events and fundraisers. Remember, you can help your local shelter by adopting, donating, or volunteering. For more details, contact Teresa at 454-9580. The Tullahoma Animal Shelter is located at 942 Maplewood Avenue.
The Coffee County Humane Society's featured pet this week is Cuddles. Cuddles is a mixed breed dog who would love to be your new best friend. The shelter also has many other dogs available for adoption at 1210 Oakdale Street in Manchester. Hours of operation at the shelter are 7:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. The shelter's phone number is 723-2730. Donations for animal care can be made to the Coffee County Humane Society at P.O. Box 252, Manchester, and their website is www.coffeehumane.org.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up after these messages.
Have you ever been involved in one of these? And you need one of these? Then look no further than the Russell Barnett Certified Collision Center. With a state-of-the-art facility, aluminum capabilities, lifetime paint guarantee, Russell Barnett Auto Rental, claims assistance from start to finish. We're here to serve you. So stop by and let us show you why we are #1, the Russell Barnett Certified Collision Center.
Cool off this summer at Tullahoma's Splash Island. Fun for all ages. Free 25-foot slides, lazy river, fun water features for toddlers, tasty food items are available. All this and more, only $5 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 1 to 5. Join the fun at Tullahoma's Splash Island.
We'll take a look at our weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1942 at 86 degrees. The record low was in 1928 at 35 degrees. The average high on this day is 73 and the average low is 48. Mostly clear weather expected tonight with a low of around 56. Partly cloudy weather in the forecast for Friday with a high of 78 and a low of 68. Partly cloudy weather continuing in the forecast for Saturday with a high of 84 and a low of 69. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
And I also want to mention that the Motlow State Community Softball League, Girls League, is having an event May 5th, and they are playing Traders Bank. All is welcome to come. The game starts at 4 o'clock. Please invite your friends and family, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful weekend. Thank you.